What if I told you, Cult of the Lamb secretly punishes you for being kind and rewards you for being cruel? Today I'm showing rare details most players never notice, and trust me, some of these details completely change how you play the game. Let's start from the very beginning. After getting sacrificed in the opening scene, you receive an offer to be reborn by the one who waits. And once you return to life, no matter how many hits you take during that moment, you simply cannot die. Now let's talk about dissenting followers. Whenever one of your followers becomes a dissenter, you get the option to re-educate them. Sounds simple, right? But here's the hidden mechanic. Re-educating them normally won't work. First, you must imprison them. Only after putting them in prison can you successfully re-educate them. Otherwise, you're just wasting time. Here's another strategic tip involving follower requests. If a follower asks you for something and you reject their request, you lose 25 faith points. But if you accept the request and then fail to complete it, you lose 45 faith points. So technically, it's actually safer to reject requests that you're unsure about completing. Now here's a fun and slightly cruel detail involving the NPC Rakshasa. When you meet him, you'll notice his lover nearby. If you attack his lover, he'll first warn you, attack again, and he'll tell you to stop. But if you keep hitting anyway, Rakshasa will lose his patience and start fighting you. After defeating him, he breaks down crying and says his lover's honor remains unavenged. He then begs you to leave them alone and promises to continue doing business with you. And from that moment onward, every time you meet him, he'll be visibly afraid of you. If you never attack his lover, he behaves completely normally. Let's talk about mini-games involving timing. Whenever beds break in your cult, you need to repair them by stopping the indicator within the green zone. If you miss it, the bed remains broken. Everybody knows it. But did you know the exact same mechanic applies to cooking food? Miss the green zone, and the food gets burned, making it completely useless for your followers. While unlocking doctrines, you eventually face a choice between marriage and the ritualistic fight pit. If you choose the fight pit, you select two followers and force them to fight each other. One follower will eventually lose. Then you get another choice, end the fight, or press the dislike option. If you choose dislike, the losing follower gets executed instantly. Yeah, cult leadership is brutal. During the Silk Cradle section, Bishop Shimura asks you to bow. If you refuse, Shimura responds with unique dialogue. But if you actually bow, your followers lose 100 faith points, and Shimura insults you anyway. So, you lose respect both ways. Here's a lesser-known story variation. Normally, players go to Anura after defeating Leshy. In that case, Hecate and other characters acknowledge Leshy's death. But if you somehow reach Anura without killing Leshy first, Hecate completely skips those references and delivers different dialogue. Followers who offer quests usually approach you themselves. But here's something many players don't notice. If you ignore them for too long, they simply walk away. And once they leave, that quest disappears permanently. Now let's talk about follower fights. When two followers start fighting, you can break them apart. But doing so costs 5 faith points. If you let them continue fighting, eventually one follower gets injured and needs healing at the healing bay. Here's the funny hidden detail. If you imprison the follower who caused the fight, the injured follower will stand outside the prison and laugh at them. There's also special dialogue connected to sacrifice mechanics. If you never perform sacrifices or murders, you might never see this. But if you do perform them, after defeating the 4 bishops, the one who waits gives you unique dialogue referencing your actions. Otherwise, he completely skips that conversation. Now let's move to one of the most shocking endings. During the final encounter, when the one who waits asks to sacrifice you, most players choose to refuse. But if you accept, the game asks again if you're sure. And if you confirm, he kills you in a scene very similar to Vecna's kills, and the credits immediately roll. But don't worry, your save file isn't deleted. You can reload and replay the moment if you change your mind. Here's another strange gameplay detail. The first time you die in the game, the one who waits revives you. That makes sense. But even if you die while fighting against him later, you still return safely to your cult and continue playing. Technically, he shouldn't be helping you anymore, but the game still allows it. After defeating the one who waits, you get the final moral choice: spare him or kill him. If you spare him, he calls you a coward. If you kill him, he tells you that you've become just like him. Honestly, there's no emotionally safe option here. Finally, let's talk about co-op mode mechanics. During Crusades, if one player loses all hearts, they don't fully die. Instead, they start crawling and become unable to attack, similar to Battle Royale revival systems. If the second player clears the room, the down player automatically revives with one full heart. Alternatively, if the surviving player has extra hearts, they can sacrifice one heart to revive their teammate instantly. And here's a secret exploit. Even if you're playing solo, if you own 2 controllers and you're down to half a heart, you can activate co-op mode using the second controller and instantly gain 3 extra hearts. Basically, free survival bonus. Cult of the Lamb hides way more secrets than it shows on the surface, and honestly, that's what makes this game so addictive. If you enjoyed discovering these hidden details, I make videos exposing secrets, mistakes, and rare mechanics in games that most players never notice. So if that sounds interesting to you, consider subscribing. And tell me in the comments, which hidden detail surprised you the most?